About 1 in 5 people killed on Wisconsin roads in 2011 died in a drunk driving crash. And some lawmakers are saying enough is enough.
News 8's Jenna Traum joins us live in our studio with a look at some new bills aimed at making drivers think twice before getting behind the wheel.
Mike and Lisa, Wisconsin legislators have introduced a number of new bills in the past month aimed at strengthening drunk driving laws. You might remember several new laws cracking down on drunk driving took effect back in July of 2010, but these new proposed changes would take some of those laws to a new level. More than 2,300 people were killed or injured in a drunk driving crash on Wisconsin roads in 2011. 55 of those were in La Crosse County. And State Senator Jennifer Schilling says it's time to take a closer look at Wisconsin's drinking culture.
Well, I think in the past we have been very lax and very slow to address this issue. And when there are tragedies that could be prevented in our communities, that always brings about this idea that we really need to continue to address drunk driving in our state.
That's why Senator Schilling says she's open to looking at a number of new bills introduced last month that would strengthen penalties for drunk drivers and provide law enforcement with more opportunities to catch them. Under the new proposals, anyone who commits a fourth OWI offense would be guilty of a felony. Judges would be required to order all OWI offenders, regardless of their blood alcohol concentration, to use ignition interlock devices, also known as breathalyzers, to operate their cars. Another proposal would require the impoundment of vehicles used in all OWI offenses, including first-time offenders. Under current law enforcement is not allowed to set up sobriety checkpoints. But one new proposal would allow a pilot program where up to 3 counties could conduct a one-time sobriety checkpoint. But there's a catch to all these proposals. Where does the money come from to pay for all of these things?
We also have to look at the cost to put that person through the court system, and we need to be realistic about that.
And with declining budgets in district attorneys' offices throughout the state, Monroe County DA Dan Carey says the resources just aren't there.
You need to have the resources to do it. You can't just give lip service to it and increase penalties on paper without providing the resources for enforcement.
Senator Schilling also tells me she doesn't think punishing drunk drivers will be enough to solve the problem. She says if we're going to change the behavior, we have to look at the cause of the problem, not just the symptoms.
Thank you, Jenna. According to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, only 9 states have a higher percentage of OWI-related traffic deaths than Wisconsin.